So you might have seen this coming. We've already made videos talking about the New Jersey Devils and how fans were absolutely pissed the hell off at D-man Luke Hughes. We then spoke further about the Jacob Markstrom situation. 9 goals on 24 shots, just put the fries in the bag, bro. It was not good against the New York Islanders. But today, we're going over what Elliotte Friedman happened to say on 32 Thoughts as to how everything got so bad for the Devils. Take a look at this tweet posted by NHL Watcher. Elliotte Friedman said on the 32 Thoughts podcast earlier this morning about New Jersey, "It is very clear to me that the whole Quinn Hughes situation just damaged their internal workings. Business got out. No trade clauses used. Things like that, and I don't know how you fix that." And the top reply says the Canucks' dysfunction is spreading like a disease. Essentially, isn't it? We also had this tweet by NHL Watcher. Jack Hughes has 1 goal in his last 9 games since coming back from injury, and just 2 goals in his last 16. Agent Smith says shoulder injuries are, in my opinion, the worst for forwards. And then he replies, hey, no, the guy cut his finger. Oh, right. Oops. The thing is, New Jersey has been so atrociously bad ever since the entire Quinn Hughes trade went down with the Wild. Just look at the wins and the losses of this Devils team when Jack Hughes is in the lineup. Of course, there was a big gap because, he got hurt for a while, but Jack Hughes has been a part of so many Devils losses as of late, and when you look at the overall performance, the body of work that this team is putting up, there's a lot to be desired, especially out of some of these top players. Jack Hughes in particular, he was well over a point per game before the injury that caused him to cut his hand on the glass. Now he's under it. 25 points in 26 games this season. He's on pace for 61 over 64, which is not bad. If you're a normal NHL player, scoring at under a point per game clip is reasonably good, but Jack Hughes is not a normal NHL player. He hasn't been under a point per game since 2020-2021, his second season in the National Hockey League. He has been so good this entire time, but ever since coming back from injury, the guy's really not scored all too much. The guy hasn't had a goal since December 21st, and I'm a very ticked off fantasy hockey owner of Jack Hughes because of it. Meanwhile, you've got Luke Hughes, the entire catalyst for boos and just overall high expectations, because Luke is making the most money out of the 3 Hughes bros. The family tax is coming in strong here, as Quinn Hughes is making 7.8, Jack Hughes is making 8, so Luke Hughes, of course, in the negotiations back in the summer, there was this element of, oh, well, the other brothers are underpaid, so you're going to have to pay me more in order to compensate for those other 2, as if NHL GMs are responsible for the workings of other GMs around the league. Luke Hughes making $9 million a year is too much. The guy might be worth it one day, but he's not worth it now. And unfortunately, based off a lot of Devils fan sentiment over the past few weeks, Luke Hughes is a guy who hasn't significantly improved from the past 2 seasons' worth of play. His decision-making in his own zone is suspect, especially when he has the puck on his stick. It's led to a bunch of terrible own goals, and it's the reason why Devils fans started to boo this guy. He held out for more money in the offseason. He came back and joined the team half a step slower than he should have been because he missed time. He's a guy who wanted more money, but he hasn't been good enough to show for it. It's just, he's a Hughes. That's why he got that deal. Meanwhile, at the top of the food chain, you have Quinn Hughes, a guy that was desperate to leave Vancouver, a guy that wanted out. It was very easy to see that this guy was not engaged as a member of the Vancouver Canucks towards the end of his tenure, and why should he have been? The team is terrible, their team is one of the worst teams in the league, and Quinn is a winner. At least, he wants to be. So the fact that he got sent over to Minnesota, it was a shock, but the Wild were able to muster up all the assets to get it done. a lot more assets than the New Jersey Devils were comfortable with in terms of the value there. You could say same quantity, but the quality. Seems like a lot more value came over from Minnesota. And Elliotte Friedman's sentiment here that the Quinn Hughes situation damaged New Jersey is so interesting to pay attention to. Because, as we had mentioned a few videos ago, I think it was in the Jacob Markstrom McDonald's video, this is the first time, I think, in NHL history where a trade between two teams involving a player ended up totally destroying a completely separate third-party team on the side because that third-party team was not involved in the first trade that we talked about. New Jersey, for whatever reason, getting ruined because of a Vancouver Canucks and Minnesota Wild trade is bizarro stuff, but it makes all the sense when you lay all the dominoes side by side by side. And for a lot of Devils fans, there was this idea that, oh, Quinn Hughes is going to come over to New Jersey when his contract is over. It's a given. It's going to happen. We don't even need to worry about it. It's destined. It's fate. These guys, they want to play together. They're brothers. They've been saying that all throughout the media. That's their goal. And then the Devils started playing like dog water, and then there was business that was leaked. People talking about no trade clauses, people talking about guys being unwilling to move, so the Devils weren't able to open up the dollar amount space to make a Quinn Hughes trade go through. That was always going to be the biggest obstacle for New Jersey. If another team was not scared of the Quinn Hughes leaving factor. The guy's contract expires at the end of 2027, and it was already reported by Elliotte Friedman that there were a bunch of teams that were trying to get Quinn Hughes in a trade, but a lot of them were scared that Quinn Hughes would leave in a year. Not New Jersey, and not Minnesota. It's true that the Devils had really no reason to be afraid if Quinn Hughes was brought onto their team, and if Quinn Hughes were to decide to leave. It's like, all right, well, we've got two of your brothers, why would you leave us now? But today, Quinn Hughes is in Minnesota. That team can't stop winning, it seems. Okay, no, just kidding. They've lost a bunch in shootouts, but Quinn Hughes is going out there and scoring points. First Wild defenseman to 4 points in a game ever? I mean, something like that? Yeah, no, he does that pretty regularly. He's very, very good, Minnesota. But for New Jersey's sake, for Devils fans to go out there and respond so negatively to their team's inability to get a Quinn Hughes trade done, either via the no-trade clauses blocking moves to open up space, or just being able to muster up proper assets, you're now starting to see a level of backlash that maybe we haven't seen since Triple H made that scary video 2 decades ago. Let's go out there and read some of the replies. Matt NJD said, "You attach cinder blocks to Hamilton and Palat at practice. Scratch them every single game till they waive their no-move clause. Make their lives miserable till they request out and waive their no-move clause." That's what Lou Lamoriello probably would have done. Mean, yeah, but it's business. Enjoy never getting a good free agent and everyone walking at the end of their contracts because they don't want to trust you to honor a no-trade clause ethically. Acting like this when it's your team's fault for giving them these deals. It's not on Palat or Hamilton to rectify your GM's poor workings. So, attitude in New Jersey seems like it's going pretty high. With the New Jersey Devils just losing like crazy these days, with Quinn Hughes thriving in Minnesota, now people are debating if Jack and Luke are going to just abandon New Jersey at some point and join Quinn and Minnie when Quinn Hughes signs there long term. You can let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel about this entire idea? I do think there is some truth to the sentiment that Quinn Hughes' trade from Vancouver to Minnesota wrecked the New Jersey Devils, and the fact that Elliotte Friedman is speaking about it so on 32 Thoughts is so intriguing to me. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel about the performance of Jack and Luke Hughes recently? And is this Devils problem a symptom of what could have been with the Quinn Hughes trade? Thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sign on, and bye.